self-defense. So we're here today to do a video about Remington black powder revolvers. I think they're very interesting, they're very cool. We're going to shoot a couple of reproductions. One's a Pieta, one's a Uberti. Both come from Italy. They're fairly good reproductions, but they're not exactly like the originals. But the nice thing about them is they can fire all kinds of cartridges, and they're very safe, and they didn't cost very much. They're not antique, so we can have a lot of fun with them, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're doing this because Remington, in the the Civil War, and from the Civil War to the turn of the century, to the turn of the 20th century, made a couple of very nice revolvers. One was a cap and ball, which was used in the Civil War. It was the New Model Army, and we're going to look at that. And the other one is the 1875 Remington, called the Outlaw. Don't know if it was called that in the old days, but it came out in 1875. Now it came out after Colt had come out with the 1873, and so it didn't really ever capture the market. Not a ton of them were made, but they are very cool, and they do have a lot of things in common, a lot of design in common. The look is definitely common to the both of them, and we're going to shoot them both today with black powder. Now we're going to shoot the New Model Army, the Civil War version. Now some of these were made with cartridge after the Civil War. They were converted by various gunsmiths, and even Remington itself converted them to cartridge conversions so that you could use a metal cartridge when the metal cartridges became popular. But for the most part, the ones we have today, one is straight cap and ball, and the other one is the 1875, came out as a straight cartridge gun. It was not a conversion. Now it did come out in 1875, so in those days all the cartridges were black powder cartridges. So what we're going to shoot today is black powder cartridges, and these are cartridges that I've loaded myself. They're pretty cool. They work fine. They're 45 caliber, both of these guns. 44, the Civil War New Model Army cap and ball is a 44 caliber, but it takes a 454 size ball, so in reality it's about 45 caliber. The other more modern version, the 1875, it takes a standard 45 Colt. I think I'm shooting 200 grain lead bullets in it, and I've used black powder for the loading. So you'll see lots of smoke in both of them. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll take a look at them right now. Okay, let's take a look first at the 1875 version, and this is it right here. I've done a video on this. There's another video up on our site about this. There's no cameraman or anybody behind the camera. This is it. Now you'll notice that it's got the web. It's got the web right here, which you'll notice that the Civil War version has the same web. So Remington kept this as a design, I guess, to show that it's a Remington gun, and it's closed top, just like the New Model Army. The cap and ball gun was a closed top. The Colts at the time were open top, so this had a stronger frame. So, but this is nice. This one is a Uberti, 1875. It's in 45 Colt, and that's the one we're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot them both, and let's take a look now at the New Model Army. This is a Pieta gun, and we've done this one before as well. Now this is again cap and ball, so you should be able to see the slugs in there and the caps on there on the frame. See those caps on there? They're both going to smoke like crazy because black powder smokes. And if you notice that if we hold them both together, you can see they definitely resemble each other quite a bit. There's a lot of similarity there, and they're both about the same length barrel, so it's interesting. Basically, this 1875 is an updated version of the Civil War gun. So let's take a few shots with them. Okay, I've already loaded the cap and ball gun because it takes a while. You got to pour the powder in, you got to put the wad in, you got to press the ball down in there. We've already done that on that one, but on the 1875, you're going to see that this loads much like the old Colts did. You open the loading lever, go to half cock, and then you just line up the cylinder. Take those are big old 45 Colts. I designate my 45 Colt by putting that on the back of them, that they're black powder, so I designate it as black powder by doing that. And you just drop them in one at a time. There's 6. Now we'll drop the hammer very carefully, holster up, and we'll do some shooting. I'm going to go down and turn that other camera on the target. Okay, the camera down on the target's rolling, so it should be able to show us where we hit. Put some ear protection in here. What do you think we ought to shoot first? How about the cap and ball? Let's try that one first. Should we? Let's move the camera. Okay, we're squared up at the target. We're about 10, 12 feet maybe, okay corral kind of distance, personal protection kind of distance. So let's take out the cap ball right now and see what we can do with it. We'll shoot the cap and ball on the left target down there. All right, here we go. Ears in, eyes on. You check the range. First one's up. Here we go. Well, let's make sure we can get them all, get everything in here. All right. I'm my own cameraman, so it's hard sometimes. But anyway, here we go. First shot. Boom! Boom! Check out the smoke. That's the cool thing about black powder. I'm shooting about 24 grains. With a wad down and then a 454 size ball, which shaves the lead ring, which makes it a good seal. Number 10 caps on this. Caps are hard to find these days. Thanks to our Democrat friends in Washington. So if you like to shoot and you can't get what you need, you can lay it at the feet of those idiots. I mean those people. Boom! That's it. That's it. All 6. You can see how dirty it is. Very, very dirty. I'm going to have to go clean this right away. All right. Holster up. Okay, here we go. 1875 45 Colt black powder cartridges. So let's take a look at these. They should smoke equally as much. Boom. They may have a little more powder in them. I think these cartridges are so darn big, you end up putting maybe 30 grains in there, so you get a bigger load with this. So a little more recoil. Oh, but it is a modern gun. It'll take the pressure. Wow, look at the smoke. This does give you some recoil. 45 Colt is no joke, and with 32 grains of black powder, it does the job. Does the job. Yeah, it's kind of stiff. It's fun though. Ha! Love that smell. Look at the gun smoking. The gun is smoking. I like this. This is great. This is great. I like this. Oh, let's see if that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. She's dirty. Very, very dirty. Very dirty. The black powder is, it's dirty. And you wipe on there, you can wipe your fingers on there and you can see the dirt on your fingers. So, well, let's go down and take a look, see where we hit. Very cool. Boy, I love this. And the gun is hot, very hot. I think the black powder makes it pretty hot. So, okay, this is the side where we had the cap and ball, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I was aiming right down in here, because sometimes those guns go high, they shoot high. This one doesn't seem to shoot too high, so, kept them right in there. Now these are reduced size targets, so your B29, reduced size. Now here's where we shot the black powder cartridges. We had one here, 2 right there together, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. Now we did get a bigger recoil with the cartridge, because the cartridge is carrying more powder. It's probably carrying 32 grains or so, and the cap and ball gun is loaded at 24 grains. That's what the spout on my my flask is, 24 grains. So I just put a 24 grain charge in it. and but they're 40. This is 44, but basically 45 caliber, and so is this one. This is shooting a heavier slug. This one's shooting a round bow. So very cool. Let's try that again. That was too much fun. Let's take a few more shots. This time let's start with the 1875 cartridge gun and see what we can do again. It's a little bit different shooting angle, I think. So let's see if we can get a little more smoke and shock and awe out of this one. Two hands. All right, here we go. Whoop! Got to put in my ears. That'd be kind of loud. That one's in. That one's in. All right, here we go. Try for the head. See how accurate I can get. Starting to get gummed up already. Doesn't take long to get gummed up. Uh-oh. Have we gone through them all? Maybe. No. There we go. I think there's one more. Oh, man. Rocking and rolling on these. Rocking and rolling. All right, that's those. That's those. Here we go, cap and ball. Hey, that black powder's dirty and it really fouls them up. Go for the head. Go for the head again. Whoa! Oh, wow, that's a lot of smoke. I think that's it. I think we're done. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. A lot of smoke. A lot of fun. This one, this 1875, normally I just shoot regular 45 Colt in this one, and so it is lubricated with regular gun oil. And then when I change over to shooting black powder, the black powder mixes in with the gun oil and really gums it up. It gums it up quick. So this one would tend to get gummed up more. Now, if you were shooting in the cowboy days, they'd probably be shooting them more dry, I would guess, less lubrication in them. because the black powder and black powder cartridges was all they had until the turn of the century. So till the 1900s. So they probably shot them more dry. And anyway, I can tell right away that because I keep them pretty lubricated, because that's the modern way. The black powder really gums them up. This, on the other hand, I don't lubricate like that. I just clean, and I don't do a ton of lubrication, because as that lubricated patch goes down, it lubricates some. I do lubricate the pin a little bit, and some of the inside maybe, but you got to be careful. If you over lubricate, I use ballistol, which is nice. Ballistol is not oil based, it's a chemical, and I mix it with water. The water helps kill the corrosion, the acids and stuff in it. But so anyway, that's it. I really like these two. I gotta say, this is a lot of fun. If you don't have a couple of these cowboy guns, and you're not shooting black powder, you're missing out. You are really missing out. This is a heck of a lot of fun, and you learn something along the way as well. But these two are kind of a match pair, original and more updated version, 1860s, 1875, and so it's cool. Anyway, I hope you had as much fun watching as I did shooting. It's hotter than blazes and humid out here today, so I'm sweating like crazy. But anyway, we had a lot of fun, and I ask you to subscribe, make a comment, help us out with YouTube. YouTube is, very stingy lately, especially for gun channels. So if you can help us out, do it. We'd appreciate it. Thanks, and we'll see you later.